This is a webinar, how to sell your home for the best price in the quickest time. How to get the best price for your home in a few weeks, and that's possible. We've got 5 tips for you, and like all webinars, the information we give is of a general nature. So if you've got anything specific you need to check on, then you should consult a professional. Tip number 1, do you really want to sell your home? This is an important question, because if you have no real reason to sell your home except the chance of getting the dream price, then you need to think and act as a speculator rather than a homeowner. When I say speculator, I mean, can you do your house up? Can you improve the value of it? Because if you've got time to wait for the market to improve or give you a dream price, then perhaps you've also got time to add value to the property by improving it, or even adding a granny flat. Tip number 1, still, I will sell if I get my price. This is a statement often heard by an unmotivated seller. If you can sell your home at any time and have no reason to sell, then you can wait to get the best price. But if you want to sell your home in today's market, you will need to consider the correct selling price. So if you are going to sell your home with a price, then choose a realistic price. Establishing a realistic price is quite easy. You study online websites to see what homes similar to yours are being sold for, or priced at rather. That's not the selling price, that's a listed price. And the selling price could be completely different. You can call 3 real estate agencies in to give you a competitive market analysis. This is known as a CMA, and it is free. However, be careful of a real estate agent who wants your business and might be enthusiastic about the price they can likely get for you, because obviously you need a realistic price. And you can pay for online price assessment. It costs you about $40 just to get a little better idea, and independent. But if you want a real price that's rock solid, then you should seek the services of a registered valuer. Now that's going to cost you a lot more, but at least you have a signed document from a registered valuer telling you how much the house is worth, mind you, only on the day the valuation was done. Now don't be greedy. This is tip number 2. If you get a price, an early offer, statistics show that invariably the best person to make the best offer is the first buyer that does so. Now this doesn't mean that the first offer was the best offer. It just means the person who made the offer is going to be most likely the buyer of the property at a price that has been negotiated. So what we're saying is that the first person to make an offer is the likely buyer. It doesn't mean that the first price offered is the price you're going to have to accept, because it's all about negotiation. Now tip number 3, don't let the sale of your property drag on. It's the worst you can do. Buyers shun homes that have been on the market too long. They think that if no one has bought the home yet, there must be something wrong with it. So obviously you've got to be careful that if it drags on, people are going to believe it's not saleable. Now this is known as social proof. Buyers will only buy what other buyers want. It's quite strange. It's a psychological fact that people who are thinking of buying new cars often see that car, well, that model of car that they're thinking of buying, they keep seeing it on the road. They want reassurance that they're likely to, that other people have bought it. It's the same concept they use in selling properties by auction, and that is gather everybody in a house or in the garden of the house, and the auctioneer calls for bids. And if somebody sees somebody bid, they feel a lot more relaxed and think, well, somebody's bidding for it, I'll bid the same. So if nobody's made an offer on your property, and this is often asked by buyers, then buyers won't be interested if the answer is no, there hasn't been an offer yet, and consequently the property won't sell and it will drag on. Now tip number 4, you get the most buyer inquiry in the first 4 weeks of your home being listed. So this means that there's a backlog of buyers that are waiting to buy, and you have a peak of those backlog of buyers in about the second or third week your house has been on the market. You could just imagine it. Those buyers have been waiting for property. They might have seen one they've liked and missed out, and they're ready to buy. And they go to your property and they love it, but it's overpriced. So you don't get any money for it and you don't sell it. It's so important that you get the price right for the first 4 weeks, because if you miss out on the bulk of buyers who are ready to buy, that's when the inquiry at its peak, and after the third week it tends to drift off, so you've got less buyers coming through. So if you don't get an offer in the first 4 weeks, your price is too high. And if you start to reduce your price, you could end up with a price slide. Now this means that you put your house on the market for a price, you get an offer but it's too low, then nothing happens. So then you adjust your price to lower than the price of the offer. And then you get another offer which is lower than that price. So then you reduce your price and suddenly you've got a price slide happening. And you end up getting a much lower price than you should, because buyers think your home is not saleable. Don't join the price slide. Now consider no price marketing to get the best price for your home. No price marketing is a way of selling a property without a price, as the name suggests. Now some people might say, I'm not going to put my house on the market without a price because nobody will come, no buyers will ring up, people will say if it hasn't got a price, I'm not interested. You scare buyers away. This is not true, because auctions don't have a price. Properties for sale by tenders don't have a price. Properties for sale by negotiation don't have a price. Now, since the advent of the internet and online marketing of property, every property has a hidden price range. That's part of the search requirement. So if a buyer is searching, they put a price range in. Now, every house on the web must have a price range, and people with no price marketing still have a price range behind the page. So if a buyer is looking in a price range, even though your property doesn't have a price on it, it will still come up in their price range. And then it's up to the salesperson, the agent, to negotiate the best price for you with that buyer that's interested. So no price marketing is a way of getting the best offer in the first 4 weeks of listing your home for sale. Now, no price marketing doesn't cap your maximum price. For example, if you put a price on your property, it is rare that people will offer you more than the price you've listed it at. Now, it can happen in a very buoyant market, and if people want your home, you could get multiple offers on the property. That means you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 people who want to buy it. Now, you could say, why didn't you auction it if that was the case? Because if there's that much interest in your property, why not have everybody bid against each other in front of everybody, and then they push the price up? But in most cases, buyers make offers on properties with prices. Now, with no price marketing, because it doesn't have a price, it doesn't cap the maximum price you can get, and it's possible to get a higher price than you expected with no price marketing.